Hey everybody, my name is Paul Leston Jr., aka Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25. Make sure before we go any further, you like the video, hit subscribe down below for more sexy and juicy New York Jets content like this video in particular. By the way, while you guys are down there in the YouTube description, a full article on this topic. Apparently, there's a fuck you offer to the New York Jets, and it came by way of David Bakhtiari, a current Aaron Rodgers teammate on the Green Bay Packers. He joined the Bussin' with the Boys podcast, and they were kind of walking through. They talked for a long time, but in particular, in this one bit that I'm highlighting in the article down below, you know, everyone obviously. So Aaron Rodgers not been traded to the Jets yet. It hasn't happened. But most analysts, pundits, experts, everything will say, well, he's not on the Jets yet, but it's going to happen. Like, no matter what, it's going to happen. They're both too far. Like, it's going to happen, right? That's what everyone has said. David Bakhtiari says, well, maybe not. Here's the quote. I'll read it to you. Quote, I think there's a principle aspect to it. If you feel like you're going to get fucked over so much where you're like, you know what? Screw it. Were we going to the Super Bowl anyway? Referencing the Packers. Everybody was saying we probably weren't anyway. So fuck it. We'll hold on to him, Aaron Rodgers, and eat it, his contract, and not trade him in general. Here's the rest of the quote. I think they, the Packers, are in position to take on his full salary because obviously they wouldn't want to show their hand. We know we're not going to use you, Aaron Rodgers. We appreciate everything you're doing. Fuck you to the other teams that aren't giving us what we want. We're not just going to give you whatever you want. Aaron, end quote. Again, this is a topic that I don't think a lot of us have kind of considered or given its full potential belief. But what if the Green Bay Packers say, you know what, Jets? You know what? You're not giving us what we want. How about this? Fuck you. Okay, fuck you, pal. You know what? There you go. Now you get it. Okay, you get a little bit of that action. Not only are you not getting Aaron Rodgers, but no one's getting Aaron Rodgers. We're gonna let Aaron Rodgers rot, either on the bench. We're gonna let him rot at home. We're going to Jordan Love, and we'll just eat the money because you guys, in theory, this offer by the Jets, again in theory, is so insulting that we're not just going to give you Aaron Rodgers for a bag of beans. We'd rather let Aaron Rodgers rot away on our bench than give him to you for a half-eaten Snickers bar. So this is kind of the theory from David Bakhtiari. I pause all of this to say, come on. Like, would the Packers in this potential scenario, right? The Jets have an offer on the table. We know that. Apparently, there's multiple offers on the table. But the Jets have an offer. They're saying, here, Aaron Rodgers ain't doing you dick anyway because you have Jordan Love. Like, you're moving on. Aaron Rodgers is not going to help your team in terms of playing, but he can help your team if you trade him and get a package of assets, and you can use those to build around Jordan Love, your current guy. So the thing is, though, would the Packers really say, screw you to this? We'd rather not have whatever's in your hand. Is it a second this year and a second next year? Who knows what the real offers are? But is it really this or nah? We'd rather have none of that and rather just eat it. What, eat it off of principle? Like, I don't know, man. So there was more here, potentially here from Bakhtiari during the Bussin' with the Boys podcast. Quote, is it likely though? Could you really see an organization doing that? I don't fucking think so. But it is possible. Yes. I mean, it's a bureaucracy there. There's so many people that have to agree to it because there isn't like an owner. But if you're an owner and you feel jaded by a guy and like slighted by him, like you see certain big name guys like OBJ felt very slighted by the Giants. They have an owner that's like, you know what? F you. We're going to send you to where careers go to die, Cleveland at the time. End quote. So he walked it back a little bit, but did say, hey, it's possible. We're not talking about this. Maybe this is something that should be floated out there. Now, me personally, I say there's no friggin' way that the Packers are going to do this. And obviously the Jets don't think so either because they're calling the bluff. They're like, we'll write it to the draft. We know you need the picks to help Jordan Love, and we know you ain't eating the $60 million cash that's floating out there for Aaron Rodgers. We know that's not going to happen because here's the facts of the matter. The Packers, both publicly and privately, there's a Brian Costello quote in the article as well that say, and I've also heard, that the Packers have told the team, the team has told like the players, like, hey, we're going to Jordan Love. Publicly, they've said it. Privately, they've said it. They're going to Jordan Love. So if you're going to Jordan Love, you can't have Aaron Rodgers in the picture. So is Aaron Rodgers going to be paid $60 million cash to be a backup? No. Are you going to pay him to rot away at home and be a member of your 53-man roster? No. So, like, I question the validity of how far potentially this would be willing to go. I think it's malarkey. Now, the thing I will give credence to is that even the Packers would think about going this far. And why? Well, I go to this. I've talked to a lot of Packers fans, Packers people. Aaron Rodgers has obviously held them hostage this year, but he's held them hostage in past years. That's the accusation I've heard from Packers fans, that this constant, maybe I'll retire, maybe I won't. I don't know what my future holds. Like, and Packers people are like, what the hell's going on, man? Like, we can't operate our team, and fans are like, man, this sucks. This guy's just kind of stringing us along. But, so there's a little bit of weird beef there between the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, Packers and Packers fans and Aaron Rodgers and things of that nature. So some people have said, because of that rub, that's why the Packers may be willing to go to these kind of crazy, outlandish lengths to say F you, fuck you to the New York Jets and say, hey, man, we ain't trading his ass to you or anybody, and we'd just rather let the asset rot away. Now, it sounds crazy on the surface, but maybe with this hostage holding situation that's been happening the last couple of years, some of the intricate workings, right? Bob McGinn had the quote that the Packers were, quote unquote, disgusted with Aaron Rodgers this offseason and have been with how everything's gone away. When you start factoring in some of that stuff, maybe you can at least understand the lengths that potentially the Packers would be willing to go. In theory, if Aaron Rodgers has been holding the Packers hostage for years, it would make a lot of sense on the other side for the Packers, who finally have the control in theory on this side, to say, you know what, Aaron Rodgers, we're not going to help you go find your next team. We're going to drag our feet and be a dick and say, hey, how do you like it, pal? So they could be. Because if you think about the Matthew Stafford Detroit Lions trade, right? He's there with the Lions forever. He's like, you know what? You guys are going in this direction. I'm going in this direction. Just trade me. And they work with him amicably behind the scenes, said, hey, where do you want to go? And we'll figure it out and try to help you out. The Packers have not been really trying to help Aaron Rodgers figure it out this offseason, it appears, which is fascinating. So let us know what you think below. Again, we don't normally swear on the show, but the fuck you offer from the Packers to the Jets from David Bakhtiari that he floated out there. You can read all the comments, the quotes, and some other cool insight nuggets down below in the article. Make sure you like the video, hit subscribe down below, and we've got a full fun-fledged draft week show for you guys. So make sure that, again, you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Got some big announcements. We're going to be doing a live draft show on Thursday. So, guys, you guys can check that out. We'll have a couple of big-time interview guests next week talking Jets draft as well. So make sure, you guys, big things coming, and you don't want to miss any of it. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and also hopefully you enjoy all the draft coverage we're going to be having coming up. More on that later, but thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.